long way to go.
A long way to go. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we have Rahul Mishra with us at the Rising Bharat Summit, not because he's the first ever Indian designer to showcase at the Paris Couture Week, not because he's the first Indian designer to have won the very prestigious Woolmark Prize in 2014 at the Milan Fashion Week, and dare I say, not because his Willing Connection was sold across the globe in stores all over. He's here with us today because he does something very unique to luxury fashion. He makes it mindful. So Rahul Mishra, take us through what and educate us mostly on what exactly is mindful luxury.
So thank you News18. Thank you for amazing introduction. And definitely, I think last conversation with Honorable Home Minister had been, very inspiring. And at the same time, a lot of things which I've been realizing also became enablers, whatever he was quoting, in doing what we do right now. So as a fashion designer, or as a designer, my first thing is I have to design something, do something. So what we do is, we try to concentrate on a process which is slow. When process becomes slow, it becomes participatory, and then people can participate, that creates employment. That is something which becomes far more powerful as an idea. Because I always say, any product, whether we talk about garment or we look at clothing or anything, I think there are always 2 ways or 3 ways to designing it or manufacturing it. One is always go to the most sustainable and most beautiful way. So I think slowness, what we bring about creating anything, creates employment, brings our people back to the villages, and it allows them to stay there. Yeah. And that is the most amazing thing.
That is. So, when you see the celebrities, global celebrities across the world descend in India, it could be for a pre-wedding celebration in Jamnagar or it could be for NMACC. When they come here, you see them in really fabulous Rahul Mishra clothing. You see those pictures, as we have this conversation over here, from Mark Zuckerberg to Selena Gomez to Zendaya. We've seen all of them wear Rahul Mishra clothes. But Rahul, the interesting part and the connection of how do we go from that glam, that glitz, that really wow quotient from the ramp, and how do we translate that into roof over somebody's head, a karigar, a house and education for their kids? How does that spectrum happen? Put that into context. Rahul, for those of you who don't know, by the way, takes it all back to his roots in UP, to our hometown, Kanpur, by the way. So that's where it's all going, and those clothes that you see on international celebrities are being made there, in UP.
UP along with West Bengal and everywhere. So first thing what we did is, because ultimately we have to get into product manufacturing. So what we did is we decentralized the processes. And very first time when I started working hand embroidery, I came to this Dharavi and Jijamata, all those areas, Mumbai. And we realized these working conditions or the way people are working are not really good. I'm talking 2012, 2013. How we can make sure that places are much better, people can have much better lives. Nobody should be living in those areas also. Working is a complete separate thing altogether.
We have some pictures of before and after from there now.
I think one of the most unfortunate thing which happened, I'm not going to get into politics of it, but I really feel is about like villages somehow in terms of employment, in terms of work, probably could not catch up to the cities. So a lot of population of villages started migrating to city. Even the drivers who we have at a home, first thing which brings them dignity is if they can make a pakka house in their village to show to the society that they are doing well in life. And for this, they have to slog and live in a slum area, live in a area, no clean water to drink, They can't even take shower every day and all that kind of thing. And no nutritious food also at the same time. So what we started in 2012, and now because of, this, I should say Jan Dhan Yojana, and because of what is happening in the villages, like I recently 10 days back I went to my village also. I was surprised to see actually all nulls over there and they all are working, which is amazing. So now villagers, they want to live over there. For us 10 years we have been doing that. All these guys, they work from the villages and they all produce the pieces which probably Mark Zuckerberg is wearing, which probably...
So you're saying you're not bringing the karigar from UP, from West Bengal to Delhi and Mumbai. You're taking work to them. This is sort of work from home, is it?
So actually, it's a bit like hybrid model because we have got 300 people who work with us at the studio in Noida. Yeah. And together, all of us are able to create employment for another 1,200 people, full-time employment.
Wow.
All across India.
Yeah.
So, and my dream is to be able to create, I think, jobs for 1 million people through our fashion initiatives because we create clothes which are extremely slow. Like for example, the Zendaya sari or Mark Zuckerberg shirt which you see over there or what his family was wearing, these clothes are good enough to get employment for 15 people for 15 days.
Hold on. 15 people for 15 days worked on that one shirt.
Not shirt, I'm talking about like both the couple.
Both the couple on what Mark and his wife were wearing.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
So I think the process of slowness becomes far more engaging, far more beautiful. And that is something which has been one of the highlights of our career. And also the reason, because I always say like how we can think about, so I often talk about this, that instead of seeing primary objective of fashion as consumption alone, we try to create a system that creates participation from people, participation from people. Because as a designer, it's very easy for me to think about a design, digitally print it, it's going to be half an hour job. When you machine embroider, it's going to create 50 hours of job. But when you do hand embroidery on the same piece, it creates 5,000 human hours of work. So that is where fashion or a product become far more powerful. And I'm also sharing something, like one of the key person, his name is Afzal Zariwala. He started working with me in 2012. Again,
Karigar.
Yeah, Karigar. Again, he was working, in West Bengal, leaving his village in Bonpur, in Mumbai, comes from West Bengal. 1984, he migrated in search of work, started doing embroidery, was living in slum areas in Mumbai. And he had a beautiful house over there, maybe some of the pictures are there. And what I've realized, when we started creating work over there, so they all migrated, all his people migrated back with him. And today, his daughter is studying in London.
Oh,
so
wow.
A guy who has probably not gone beyond. So this is a setup which he started in village. So every bicycles around, they all come around over there. They all have been part of Mumbai initially. And what is really powerful here is that, the kind of dreams which every day, this is his house, which was locked for almost 15, 20 years. He built it for his parents, could never live over there because who's going to get job over there. So this kind of engagement becomes very, very powerful for fashion.
Indeed. To imagine that somebody who had to migrate in search of work, stay in the slums, and their kids now in London is indeed incredible. So congratulations, Rahul, for having done that. I want to sort of understand, this is India's moment in so many ways than one. It could be our financial market, it could be so many other things, it could be music, it could be art, and so is fashion. So many Indian designers we know are showcasing abroad, are being talked about, and we see more and more celebrities, global celebrities, don the Indian sari with a lot of pride. Yours, of course, has made waves as well. But particularly in France, is it true, can I just go straight to that, is it true that the French President Macron asked you to shift to the French countryside, that this is too much talent for India, we need him there in France? Is that true?
Yeah, this is, I think 2000, this is obviously 6 months back I met him. 2018 was the first time he invited like all of us for like some French designers. Some of the designers were from Japan, and they all are like hand-picked elite designers over there, showcased in Paris. So he said this in a address like that all of you need to shift, make France your home. And then personally also when I met him like 4 or 5 times, he had kept telling me, when you're starting a business or atelier or something in Paris. So maybe it's also a good idea altogether when you look at France. Obviously, my base is going to be in India always. Yeah. But yes, we are looking at like doing something in France as well right now.
Not bad at all. So as we come to the close of this session, let me quickly get some spicy comments out of you, Rahul. So you have designed you have dressed up so many celebrities, India and abroad. Tell me the one who's been the toughest to sort of please, or which has been the most difficult brief to follow through.
I think some of the most difficult briefs are now, which I got yesterday for some big movement.
Oh,
obviously can't share that. So it's very open-ended, very beautiful idea. And some of the easiest has been even for the Mark Zuckerberg's family. Yeah. So when they got in touch with us, there's hardly any time. We have to fly one girl with 2 suitcases full. We did not tell her who she's going to meet. And we were wondering, what if she like doesn't return back and joins Facebook? So, but it was quite a breeze, like when we were doing their clothes. You know, idea behind this, sometimes whenever, like I do a lot of Western wear, but whenever these known people, when they get in touch with us, like President Macron, when we gift him something to it, we gift him a kurta. You know, my dream is like the way, you know, I'm wearing jacket right now, we all are wearing Western clothes. They all came to India probably 100, 200 years back, and that's how we all are dressing up right now. Sari is such a beautiful piece. Maybe something sari inspired should become a staple for every nationality person, every person on the planet to wear. And they should have something. Similarly, a kurta, which is so comfortable, should be a staple in every person's wardrobe on the planet. And this is one small little mission which I have to achieve. So that's why there was no brief. When Zendaya wanted to wear, like she's one of the most stylish, you know, I would say most talked about global icon. When she was coming, like first time we did one jacket for her, second time I said like you have to wear a sari. Yeah. There's nothing else.
But give me a name, now, Rahul. Come on, give us a name. Tell us the most fondest memory.
So recently, I must say, when Rihanna was coming to India, sometimes unachievable targets are given. Like, so I could not do that because we decided to do something, but then within 2 days there was a fittings in Milan. Impossible for hand embroidery. Most of the times, because we only work with hand, most of the times it's the only problem is that we cannot turn around things really fast when we work with slow idea.
Right. All right, with that we're going to wrap up this session. But Rahul Mishra, you've made Mark Zuckerberg, who wears only grays and black, wear the Bengal tiger with pride. You've made Della, you've made Selena Gomez, who wear the most chicest clothes, get a bit of India in them. So congratulations on that. And congratulations on everything you're doing. And please do not move to the French countryside. We need you here, don't we, guys?
No, I'm very much here. And thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for hearing. Thank you.
Thank you. Rahul Mishra, everyone.